What's going on, guys? JP back at you once again, bringing you guys episode number 14 in my 2017 Shelf by Shelf series, a series in which I take you through my entire collection and talk about each title a little bit. So let's continue on where we left off. And first up here, we have a full moon title. We have Head of the Family. And this movie, it's pretty okay for a full moon film. I've always kind of liked it, but the last few times I watched it, I don't know, it seems like the first time you watch it, it has like that nice shock value of like, oh, this is so weird, but then you watch it again, you're like, oh, this is kind of a basic movie, like not much happens. So it's still okay though. Then we have Hell Night here, which I've never seen. It's Linda Blair. It's like a 80s slasher film, old school Anchor Bay release. Grabbed this pretty cheap. I think it's out of print now, but gonna watch it soon. It's one that's on my short list because I do love them 80s slashers. And after that we have Hellgate, which is a IFC Midnight. Never seen this film. Been in the collection for a while. There was a time where I was trying to collect all the IFC Midnights, and then I realized that's an impossible task, so I gave up on it, but I do own a few that I ended up grabbing. After that we have Hellraiser, of course. Classic Hellraiser. Absolutely love this flick. Picked it up for $5 at Walmart years and years ago, and absolutely love it, man. You know, there was a time where I thought Hellraiser was kind of overrated. I actually have, you know, that's a pretty famous quote from me where I said Hellraiser's overrated. But I've come around on it very much since that point, which I'll say is about 2012, 2013. And now it's definitely one of my favorite horror films of all time. It's so good. I love the story. I love the gore. I just love the world that Clive Barker sets up. And after that, we have Hellraiser 2, Hellbound, or Hellbound Hellraiser 2. Fantastic follow-up to the first film. I used to like this one a lot more than the first. Now I think that I would probably say the first one's a little better, but I still love Hellraiser 2. Very good stuff. After that, I have a VCI release from the UK of Hellraiser 2. I won it in a contest or something. Don't ask me why. After that, we have Hellraiser 3 and Hellraiser 4 Bloodline. This was back when Echo Bridge owned the rights to the Hellraiser films, and you can get all these films, because for a while Hellraiser 3 was out of print, but it's easy to get now. Hellraiser 3 I really do like. It's kind of cheesy and doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Very different from the first one, but it is one that I do enjoy. Hellraiser Bloodline, used to like it. Last time I watched it when I was preparing for 1996, the 1996 horror podcast, where we covered all the films, or as many as possible films from 1996, gave our top 10 list. Hellraiser Bloodline did not make my list, and it didn't even come close. It's very frustrating movie. I like the early parts of it, but you know, it falls flat after that. Hellraiser Deader. Been a while since I've seen this one. I used to like this one, but I can't really remember a whole lot about it. So can't really tell you too much. But this is the original Dimension release. It actually has special features. Same thing goes for Hellworld. Has special features. This is not the Echo Bridge version. This is the original Dimension release. Not a super good Hellraiser. Probably my least favorite, honestly. When Evil Goes Online, like, you know, this is a cheesy ass movie from the early 2000s. After that, we have Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, 2-disc set, Dark Sky Films. Absolutely love Henry. Henry's another one that grew on me. You know, I liked it a lot the first time I seen it, and then I watched it the same year on Blu-ray, and I really, really got the movie that time. Such an awesome movie. Absolutely love Henry. Henry 2, it's okay. It's not great. Like, it's such a... If you watch these back-to-back, it's probably the worst thing you can do, because it's like such a jarring moment when you see like the different actor playing Henry instead of what the fuck's his name, Michael Rooker. Yeah, I don't know who plays Henry in Henry 2. Her Name Was Torment, Dustin Mill Films. Had this in the collection for years and still never watched it, so my apologies. High 8 in Horror Independent 8. This was a horror anthology with like a bunch of guys who made shot on video films, I believe. I just never got around to it. It's Wild Eye, but yeah, that's one that I keep forgetting about. After that, we have High Tension, or Switchblade Romance. Love, love, love this movie. Anybody who says that the ending ruins the movie does not get the ending. The ending makes perfect sense because the ending is explained in the first couple seconds of the movie, and it makes sense, guys. It really does if you really pay attention and think about it. I swear to God to you. I won't spoil it though. After that we have Hideous. This is like still sealed kind of, but I just kind of slid the case back in the I don't know why I did that. I used to do that back in the day, but I've watched this many times, and it's a fun little full moon film. Hills Have Eyes, 2-discer here from, who put this out? Anchor Bay, yeah. Really movie that's I'm hit and miss on. Sometimes I absolutely love it. Other times I think that it's, you know, average or whatever. But great movie the last time I watched it. Hills Have Eyes remake. I think it's one of the best remakes of all time. It's, you know, just improves on a lot of things from the original. Both are great movies, but I think I like the remake more. Then we have The Hills Run Red. Pretty cool slasher flick, modern slasher flick. Has its problems. There's some like poor CGI and like stupid choices in it, but it's pretty good. Hillside Cannibals. This was an asylum film. Never watched it. Obviously, supposed to be like Hills Have Eyes type of ripoff. It just looks awful. After that, we have Hitchhike. Derek sent me this a while ago. Blue Underground, David Hess. Just one that I haven't got to yet, but I love David Hess, and this one looks really cool, so I will check it out eventually. Then we have the Hitcher remake, which is supposed to be over here. So then we have The Hitcher, which is a classic. I'm actually going to watch this soon for 1986. This needs a Blu-ray release, damn it. What the hell is going on? HBO video release, and it just needs a Blu-ray, but I love The Hitcher. Classic road horror. Then we have the remake, not so good. Less said about that one, the better. After that, we have Snoop Dogg's Hood of Horror. Never watched this. This was originally supposed to be in the 8 Films to Die For set, but it got its own release, I guess. So, yeah, anthology films. Anthology Hood films. I know one really good anthology Hood film, and that's Tales from the Hood. Then we have Hood of the Living Dead. I'm a fan of picking up Hood films. I can't remember if I watched this one or not, but I don't think it was that good. And finally, we have Hood Rat, or like I like to call it, Willard in the Hood, starring Ice-T. And this is also can be considered, the film's other title was Tamara, I think. Pretty solid movie, actually. You know, it has its ridiculous CGI and stuff like that, but it's a pretty cool flick. Like, I did like it. So that's it for this part, guys. See you guys next time with episode number 15. Thank you for watching.